Hi, I wanted to share a little bit of an ab workout with you. I've got a lot of questions about how do I build and show off strong, sexy, sculpted abs. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. There's 3 ingredients for effective ab training. The first ingredient is learning how to hold and use your core properly and effectively no matter what you're doing, so that you're constantly training your abs or your core no matter what exercise you're doing or throughout your day, every day. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about your core. The second key ingredient is effective ab training, really understanding how to use your abdominal muscles in an exercise and not your neck or your arms or your head or momentum. So we're going to talk about that for just a few minutes. The last thing I'm going to mention is if you want to definitely show off your abs, which everybody's thinking about now because it's spring, that is where you need to pull in a clean diet, enough cardio, and some motivation and dedication. Put the time in so that you can strip away enough of your body fat so that your abs and all your hard work becomes visible. So let's start with your core training. There's a couple of different ways that I really feel my core, and I'm going to explain them to you in as simplest of terms as possible so that I really feel like you get it. The first way, no matter if I'm doing a squat or a lunge or I'm just picking up something really heavy, there's one way to train your core, and that's to imagine that your fingertips can fit in between your rib cage. So when I'm doing a squat, for example, I want to make sure that my core is extended, my abs are pulled in, and I can fit my fingertips in through my rib cage the whole time that I'm doing a decent squat. I'm training my core, whether I'm riding a spin bike and I'm keeping my core engaged, or I'm doing a squat, or I'm doing a chest press. My core is extended and my fingertips can fit in between my ribs. That's one position. Another position when I'm training my core is compression, which is your transverse abdominis. It's a little bit of the opposite effect. Compression is squeezing your abs together, squeezing all the air out, having a neutral spine and squeezing your muscles together really strong when you're doing an exercise with a bit of a pelvic tilt and squeezing your transverse abdominis really, really tightly. There's 2 different positions, and you can train your core really effectively with both of those. So I'm going to jump ahead to abdominal training. When I'm teaching new clients how to train their abs, I ask them to think about 4 corners. So 4 corners for me is the key to abdominal training. Your top 2 corners are your upper ribs, just below your breast. Bottom 2 corners are your hip bones. Those are the key ingredients to training your rectus abdominis because they contract and extend, and that's through flexion is how you train your abs. So work with me for a minute. One of the most simple exercises to get this, to really get your head connecting to your abs, is in any ab exercise, try to think heels down, toes up, gets your pelvis tipped to where you want it, elbows back, lower back down. When you inhale, you prepare by pulling your lower back down to the mat and imprinting the mat. As you exhale, I want you to really think about squeezing your 4 corners together. So nice deep breath in, lower back down, exhale, squeeze your 4 corners together, exhale quite hard, and lift your elbows and your feet just an inch off the mat. But do so by squeezing those 4 corners together, lower back down, and squeeze, exhale all your air, and down. One more time. Inhale, lower back down, exhale and squeeze. So what I'm not doing is just lifting my arms and my legs. That is not it at all. My arms and my legs are only benefiting from my abs squeezing together. They're the last thing to come up, and then release. That's a really great exercise. Any of your ab training, no matter what you're doing, you're bringing 4 corners together and squeezing from the 4 corners. Lower back down, 4 corners together and squeezing from 4 corners. Any ab exercise you do is a variation of that. So I'd like you to really think about that and practice it. Practice it. Get your mind into your muscle. Stop pulling with your neck, your head, and your arms, and really isolate through your abs. The last thing I'm going to say, at this time of year, yep, we're here at spring. If you want to show off your abs this summer and all of your hard work, you've got to have a clean diet, drink enough water, and get out there and exercise enough to get your heart rate up, burn some calories through some cardio, and burn those extra calories that you don't need to start shedding your body fat. All of this is pretty simple if you chunk it down and you know what to do. If you need some help, I am here to help. But these are the 3 key ingredients that I see for sexy, sculpted, and strong abdominals, and that's where we want to be this summer. Good luck.